Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. So in today's video, we'll be checking out a lot of Amazfit smartwatches that I have here today. The reason for this is because I've been receiving a lot of messages on Instagram or Facebook asking me which is the best Amazfit device to buy right now. And I know a lot of you guys are quite confused because there are so many models in the market today. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the good points and the bad points for each single watch right here. So just so you know, I've been wearing each of these smartwatch for at least a couple of months now. Some of them are newer, so maybe just 1 month or 2 months, but I have a clear picture on what is good and what is not so good about each device right here. So we have a combination of older smartwatches here. So this is the Amazfit GTS from the last year. We have the Amazfit Eras, so this is not actually sold anywhere else in the world, so I won't talk about this. We also have the Amazfit T-Rex, the Amazfit BPU, the Amazfit Neo, the GTS2, as well as the GTR2. Alright, so if you're wondering which one you should purchase, let's just start off with this video right away. So we're going to start off with one of the more famous devices, the one that actually got me started on my Amazfit journey, and that is the Amazfit GTS1. So this was launched last year, but this year right now, the price has dropped a lot. It's very much affordable now. In Malaysia, it's selling for about 380 ringgit. So that is slightly less than $100 depending on where you're from. Alright, so the good things that I like about the Amazfit GTS starts off with the display that we have here. This is the AMOLED display. It is still very clear and bright for now. Apart from that, it also comes with a pretty strong battery right here. We can last about close to 1 week on a single charge. Apart from that, it also tracks your sleeps, it tracks your activities, and it has GPS built in. So this is one of the better ones back then because it has GPS. Over a couple of updates, it is more stable right now. So if you're looking for a watch under $100 that comes with GPS and it tracks all your activities, this is the one to actually consider. The good thing about this is that alright, so the bad thing about this, it's not actually a bad thing, but of course the UI for Amazfit has changed now. Alright, so this is the older UI that is still running on the Amazfit GTS1. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. Everything still works through the user interface, but we're just having new graphics on the more newer Amazfit watches, so just bear in mind about that. Still a very good purchase if you're looking to buy a budget smartwatch somewhere this year. Alright, so let's put that down and move on to the next one, and this is the Amazfit T-Rex. Alright, so this one is actually a favorite among a lot of my viewers as well. Obviously, this is because of that rugged look, the design. I still love this classic design here that looks similar to a G-Shock watch or a Casio watch. So if you're looking for something more tough and endurance related, this is something that you can consider. Again, the pricing now is very much cheaper. It's only about 380 ringgit, very similar to the Amazfit GTS1. So that puts it almost less than $100 as well. The good news about this is that it is very sturdy. It has held up very well over the course of the few months that I've been wearing it. You can see that it is still very nice here, no scratches whatsoever. I've been wearing it out, and the good news here, the thing that I like about this device first and foremost is of course that design. We also have an AMOLED display here that is very clear and sharp. The good thing about this is the GPS here is also very strong. It is much stronger than the one on the Amazfit GTS, so just bear that in mind. Apart from that, it also tracks your standard set of activities, your swimming, your heart rate, your sleeping, and all that. Very basic stuff. So for under $100, I would say that this is also something that you can consider if you're looking for a new smartwatch. Alright, so the thing that I don't really like about this Amazfit T-Rex is that it is sometimes a bit too casual. It is too fashion or flashy, I would say. If you're just going for more serious meetings, you might want something more minimalist or simple. But this one is just, it just shows everyone that you like this kind of G-Shock kind of watches. So that's the only downside, which might not actually be a downside there. I still love the Amazfit T-Rex very much. Alright, so I'm going to put this down for now, and let's move on to the later models that were launched this year. Alright, let's start off with the Amazfit Neo. So like the Amazfit T-Rex, this Amazfit Neo is also for those of you guys who like that retro Casio kind of look. To be honest, this watch is a very affordable watch. It comes in at about 140 ringgit. So that is about, that is about less than $40 if my maths is correct. Less than $40. Alright, so the good thing about this watch, first and foremost, is of course the very simple form factor. It feels very comfortable, it's very slim. It also comes with these beeps, if you can hear it. So pretty cool stuff right there. And of course, most of you will buy this for that retro look. It also tracks your heart rates, some basic stuff here you can see through the on the screen right here. But the bad news about this, the thing that I don't really like is it doesn't really do much, to be honest. I mean, you can call it a smartwatch, but everything will have to be checked on your smartphone. You can't really see much information on this watch itself. If you ask me if I have to put it really like in a negative way, I would say that this watch really doesn't do much at all. Of course, it tracks your heart rate, as you can see here, but you just can't see much information on this display right here. So yeah, if you're looking for like a serious activity tracker or something like that, this watch might not cut it for you. But if you're looking to get some basic heart rate tracking, you know, then this watch might actually be a good companion for you. Or maybe your little brother or little sister who wants some things that look like a Casio watch, this is for them. Alright, so putting this down now, let's move on to the Amazfit BPU. Alright. So the BPU is actually about 200 ringgit. Again, a very affordable smartwatch. That translates to about, I would say, $45 US. So very close to the Amazfit Neo, and that's why it doesn't really make sense to buy this, because there's a lot more features in here. Alright, so let's talk about the good stuff. The good thing here is that we do have a very nice display here. This is only an LCD display, but note that this is actually very clear, very bright, and it's, I would say, on par with the AMOLED displays on the other devices right here. So the good thing here also is that it comes with the latest, even newer than the GTS2 in terms of the UI. So what I mean by that is, for example, if I just scroll around here, oh, actually if I just show it to you right here, if I just scroll down, you'll notice that we have this sleep option here to see your sleep data directly from the watch itself. And for me, I'm only able to see this sleep data on the Amazfit BPU. I can't even find it on the GTS2 and GTR2. So kind of a miss here with these two devices, which I will talk about later. But the Amazfit BPU has everything currently available on an Amazfit smartwatch. The good stuff here, again, like I said, is that it tracks your stuff, it tracks your sleeps, your activity, your heart rate very accurately, and it is actually very lightweight, very slim here, very comfortable to put on, especially if you track your sleeps at night. So this is good for that. Alright, the thing that I don't like about this watch is that it doesn't come with an always-on display. So no matter what, you won't be able to see the clock here on forever. But yeah, that's pretty much the only downside. Oh, and another thing is that it doesn't come with GPS built in. So if you want something with a GPS built in, you have to wait for the Amazfit BPU Pro. I think that will be a pretty killer smartwatch because it will come with GPS and hopefully an always-on display here. The battery lasts for about 1 week on a single charge, so that's also pretty good. Overall, I like this watch very much. This is one of my favorites for 2020, but the only thing keeping me out from using this is actually the GPS, but overall, still a very good smartwatch here. Alright, so enough with that. Let's talk about the two big boys for this year, the GTS2 and the GTR2. Alright, so let's start off with the GTS2. So both smartwatches are actually 600 ringgit here in Malaysia, and of course pricing will differ based on which region you're from. The good thing about this Amazfit GTS2 here is that it has the fastest or the highest refresh rate display on any Amazfit smartwatch out there, and you can see that by how fluid this display is right here. So if you take up another watch, for example, even the Amazfit GTR2, notice that when I just glide around, there is a bit of stuttering going on. It is not the smoothest here, but it is the smoothest on the GTS2. So very smooth graphics here. That's the best. The one thing that I really like the most. It looks very, very modern on my wrist here. Apart from that, it also comes with GPS built in. It tracks your heart rates, your sleeping, and your activities. So a lot of stuff there from the GTS2. Now, on to the thing that I don't really like, and first and foremost, that's going to be the battery. So I've talked about this in many times in my videos. The battery only lasts about 2 days max on one single charge. So not really living up to the Amazfit kind of battery life that I'm expecting. So that is actually kind of a downer. Apart from that, the notifications here actually looks pretty small if you ask me. So that's why I say the UI is not the newest. I mean, it's not the best here because the notifications are so tiny on the Amazfit GTS2, and you can't actually change the size of the fonts here. So notice that the BPU actually comes with bigger fonts compared to the Amazfit GTS2 right here. So yeah, there's two things that I don't really like about this Amazfit GTS2, the battery and of course the small tiny notifications that it's just too small. Alright, last but not least, let's talk about the GTR2. So this GTR2, like I said, comes in at the same price as the GTS2, about 600 ringgit here. So that's about like 130 US dollars if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you got to do the math yourself. Alright, so the GTS2 here, I actually like this slightly more than the GTR2 for a couple of reasons. First up is the battery life. I'm able to get about 5 days of battery life with one single charge on the GTR2. So that's already double that on the GTS2. Apart from that, we do get this AMOLED display in this round shape. It looks really nice as well. A bit too slim for my liking, but yeah, it's still a very nice device here. Of course, it also tracks your sleep, your activities. Everything is the same as the GTS2. Another good thing here is that both the GTR2 and the GTS2 also comes with built-in storage, so you can store a lot of songs, 3 gigabytes. It also supports calling, answering calls on the watch itself with its built-in mic and speaker. So pretty cool stuff there for the GTR2 and the GTS2. That's what I like about this smartwatch. What I don't like about this is the refresh rate on the display. So like I was mentioning just now, notice that it is smooth, but you do see a bit of drop in frame rate here on the GTR2. So if it was as smooth as the GTS2, I guess that will make it perfect. But yeah, the GTS2 here just gets the best display among all the Amazfit smartwatches. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for my video here. I've told you literally almost all the good stuff and bad stuff. Let me just show you very quickly this Amazfit Ares, by the way. It's such a pity that this is not being sold internationally. I mean, the design is a bit kind of like love it or hate it kind of design, but overall the battery life on this thing is crazy, guys. I think it's about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but basically I haven't been charging this guy at all, and it's still running here even in my drawer. It reminds me of the Beep S or Beep days where battery lives were just like crazy long. But anyways, yeah, all the good stuff and the bad stuff about these watches here. If you ask me which one should you buy, again, I would say it is really down to your personal preference. This depends on your usage as well. Every watch here comes with its own strengths and weaknesses, and it depends on which you can accept and which you cannot. Alright guys, I think that's it for my video. If you ask me which one I'm going to be wearing, I would say I've been rotating between the GTR2 here as well as the Amazfit BPU. Alright guys, that's it. Too long of the video. The video is already close to 15 minutes. Alright guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. If you've learned anything from this video, give it a like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!